Again, welcome my dear student friends. So in the part 4 video of pedagogy of physical science 2, again I'm going to share an important concepts of construction of blueprint and a pattern of question paper and the feedback system from the students for a better understanding. So this is a simple title, but it has having some good value for teaching learning, because from the beginning itself we are talking about evaluation and construction of test items. Now, how we have to distribute the test items in a variety of objectives, that is important. So these things to be discussed in this unit, that is nothing but blueprint. So the blueprint is a document that outlines the content area of a particular subject, then how we have to give weightages for every title of the particular content, and the distribution of test items in an assessment. For example, the pattern of question paper, how we have to arrange the question patterns for construction a test. So in that, the blueprint is like a heart of a human, because with the help of blueprint the students can able to construct their own learning styles and to get a proper idea about what are all the important areas and what are all the important content to be select for their evaluation. So that is the main plus for knowing about the blueprint, and it provides a framework for constructing a balanced and representative test that covers the key concepts of key concepts and skills. So this is nothing but a balanced and a representative test. That is very important. For example, now you look at a basic table format for construction test blueprint. See, first one is content area. Content area in the sense we have to choose a particular content from unit wise or subject wise, that we have to mention in the previously. What kind of contents to be selected for create a question paper. Second one is weightage of marks in a percentage. Suppose for example, in a subject unit number 1 of science textbook, we are having approximately 5 to 6 7 titles, if it may be present. How we have to give weightages to each title according to the importance of the title and according to the present need of the title. So that is very reasonable area of giving weightage in the blueprint. The third one is question types. So usually question type represent what kind of questions to be asked in that particular weightage of marks. For example, we have to select 4 kinds of question patterns. Patterns in the sense areas of construction of question. First one is knowledge, second one is understanding, and third one is application, and final one is skill based questions. So usually knowledge based questions comes under definitions. Understanding based questions are how a candidate can perceive a particular content and how they can able to reflect with some extent. Then application oriented questions, with the help of a learned content, what is to be finalized. Then finally, skill based questions, how far a candidate is expertise in the content. Then last one is learning objectives. So in every unit there must be a arrangement of certain objectives. So the teaching learning process itself concise with certain objectives. So if we consider the table format of the test construction for a blueprint, we can automatically know the importance of the content and importance of subtitles and how it represent for the next level. So with that, we have to move on to the pattern. What kind of questions to be asked? You all know about that, but even then, I have to discuss the main points of that. The question pattern refers to the specific arrangement or structure of test items within the assessment. For example, construction of multiple choice questions, then true or false types questions, then fill in the blanks questions. Next one is match questions, then very short answer questions, essay type questions, and apart from that I have to add three more additional questions. So that may be asked in the level of higher education systems, that is diagram or graph based questions. Even in school day itself, I think secondary level education we start diagram or graph based questions, then problem solving or application based questions. So most probably in the higher education we are dealing with application based questions and problem solving based questions, but even in lower class itself we asked, but it should be in some extent. But in the higher education we have to follow in a full-fledged way. Then practical or performance based tasks. So that is another way of asking a question pattern. So with that question pattern, a student can able to easily understand what kind of questions to be asked in the examination and how he is to make a preparation schedule for their development. Then third important point is feedback devices. That is another important key area to strengthen the students' learning. It is a tool or strategies used to provide feedback to students about their performance, progress, and areas of improvement. So why we need to get the feedback? Feedback mainly represent the students' feelings and their real thinking of a particular subject. So if we will get a correct feedback from our students, automatically we give more importance in the performance of students and their progress, and then real need of students improvement. So in that way feedback is very important. They serve as communication channels between teachers and students, especially for learning system. So in most of the present education system, even in schools or colleges, they are following a feedback system. Students feedback systems, faculty feedback systems, parents feedback systems, alumni feedback systems. Why we have to maintain that? Because with the help of feedback only, a teacher or an institution or a school or a college will get a proper idea about the teaching learning process. That is important. Even in sometimes the students, they may not ready to give a correct feedback in front of teachers or in front of others. But in this case of giving it opportunity to students in a different method, such as feedback, verbal feedback system individually, or written comments, or rubrics. Rubrics are very important and easily give a correct result from our students, because in the rubrics we are making use of technology to construct the rubrics. So the feedback given by students is confidential and no one can able to access it. So it is a best with a method of collecting the feedback system from the students. Then with the help of some self-assessment tools like the students' mental ability, students' personality, and students' values in a particular activities. Likewise, we will get a feedback. Then peer feedback. What actually the student can think about is our own friend. That itself represent a good feedback from student side. So with that, I have to conclude unit 5 part 4, and I concise that the construction of question pattern is also an important factor of the evaluation. With that, I conclude this unit number 4. Again, we will meet in unit number 5. Thank you for watching the video.